Hi, Suzanne from the Counseling and Wellness Center here for another installment of Weekday Meditation. I thought it might be helpful today to practice with emotion and experiment with how mindful awareness, cultivated through meditation practice, can change how we experience and deal with strong emotions and feelings. Most of us have had the experience of being completely swept away by our emotions. Think about what it's like to get negative feedback, or maybe getting into a discussion with somebody you strongly disagree with on maybe something like politics. Or maybe it's being under deadline pressure or getting put on the spot. Maybe it's a time when you felt like you looked foolish or awkward. Just sort of contemplating that for a minute and thinking about what that feels like. For most people, it's a common experience that perhaps the mind goes blank or the thoughts race. There can be a strong desire to flee. You might feel heated, literally heated in your body, or sort of heated in your emotions, maybe feeling sort of more aggressive and agitated. What's common in these reactions is that the emotion is taking up all the space, and all you're aware of is this strong emotional reaction. So enter mindfulness. With mindfulness, we can be aware of all that is present in that moment of high emotion, not just the emotional reaction. So an example that's often given of being caught up in this way with your emotional reaction is that it feels like you're a wild bull. And the question then is how best to tame the bull. So putting the bull in a very small cage, which is kind of how it feels when you're really caught up in the emotion, just makes it angrier and more agitated. Freeing it completely without any constraints can cause it to run wildly away. But putting it in a large enclosure where there's space around the wild bull, the bull eventually settles down on its own, just sort of runs out of steam. And so with your emotions, sometimes we try to control or suppress them, and that likely makes them just more agitated. But if you're able to expand the space around them by expanding your awareness of all that's present in that moment of high emotion, you're giving your reactions the space to eventually just settle down on their own. So let's practice with this. So finding a comfortable seat in a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. We'll practice for about 10 minutes. And again, just turning off alerts and notifications, closing unnecessary tabs on your laptop, and then closing your eyes, or dropping your gaze if that's more comfortable to you, and just settling into your seat. And finding the points of contact your body is making with your seat and the floor. And feeling a sense of your body as a whole, just sitting here. And now shifting your attention and finding the point where you sense your breath coming and going. Not doing anything special with your breath, just paying attention to where your breath is right now, wherever you sense it. And choosing one of these anchors for your practice, whatever seems most available to you right now, whether it's your feet on the floor, or your hands in your lap, or your hands on your thighs, whether it's your seat in the chair, or whether it's the sensation of your breath at the point that it's most clear to you. Just choosing one to anchor for this practice. It doesn't matter which. and then allowing your attention to simply rest there. And noticing if your attention has wandered off, bringing it gently and kindly back to your anchor. If you'd like to practice bringing mindful, spacious awareness to your emotions, then choosing a memory of a time when emotion was strong. Not too strong, not your worst memory, something less challenging. Or if you prefer not to call up a difficult emotion, that's not a problem. Continuing to pay attention to your anchor and nurturing, cultivating your mindfulness practice. If you have called up a memory of a time when emotion was high, allowing yourself to bring some detail into your recollection and allowing your emotion to rise. And noticing where you feel this emotion in your body. Noticing what else is there, whether there's images or thoughts arising. Noticing if more than one emotion is present. And now beginning to expand your awareness around the emotion, noticing what else is present. Turning your attention to where you feel the sensation of this emotion in your body. Noticing the point where it's most intense, and then moving outward and seeing where the sensation in your body begins to trail off. Exploring outward to the point where the tightness dissolves, where the tension dissolves, and where other sensations begin to be perceptible. And expanding your attention even further out, all the way to the edges of all of your extremities, to the boundaries of your body and space. Noticing the points of contact your body is making with the chair and the floor. Noticing the air around your body, cool, warm, still, circulating. Noticing any sound internally, in the room around you, outside the room. Using all of your senses, noticing any other sensations, smell, taste. If you like, even opening your eyes and noticing sight. All of this present. Closing your eyes again if you've opened them, and checking back in with the emotion. How is it now? Has it changed in some way? Is it in a different place? Is there a different sensation? Is it perhaps softer and quieter? And if you'd like, bringing your hand or both of your hands to your heart and offering yourself some compassion and care for dealing with a strong emotion. Knowing that you deserve your own kind attention. And offering yourself some gratitude for your innate capacity for healing and love. And whenever you feel ready to end your meditation practice, opening your eyes. Thank you for your practice, and I'll see you back here next week.